feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey, welcome back to the post-show wrap-up at the Shrimp Tank here in downtown Woodstock, where we're able to shoot the show on a beautiful 60-degree sunny day. My name is Lee Heisman. My guest today, Shawn Arnold, Clayton Romero from CodexTen. Wonderful show. I recommend listening to the show in its entirety. Guys, don't forget here, you want to listen to us you want to download us on iHeartRadio, Stitcher, SoundCloud, of course, and Apple. Listen to all of our shows in the past, and don't forget, not only click the subscribe button, you also have to click that little bell, that notification, so you can see all the new shows that come out. But we had a great show today, gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming on. Tell us about CodexTen and what makes it so unique in the market today.
Yeah, so CodexTen is a company that takes all of those very, very expensive tools that primarily had been only available to larger law firms like the DLA Pipers and the McKenna Longs of the world, and makes them something that now a smaller firm can handle. So specifically, litigation firms can take AI and machine learning tools to help accelerate their cases, make their attorneys 10 times faster at reviewing that work for their clients, and then also 7 times safer when they're going through and doing all that review work.
You know, you did a great job explaining on a podcast, and I do recommend going back and listening to all of the safety measures. If you're a law firm out there, what you're going to get. But Shawn, tell us a little more about how most firms work, because you described on the show in great detail how people keep their data on their local laptop and exactly what your software can do for it.
Yeah, so with, obviously evidence or evidentiary data is not owned, right? It's not your firm stuff. It's evidence everyone shares, and it shouldn't really be commingled. So one of the things the platform does is it gives it a dedicated place to hold that data, because once you're done with the case, you have to release it. Mm-hmm. But, I think the biggest thing with this is just this was technology that the big firms of the world have always had access to. They could spend $500,000 building a tool. We're at a place now kind of like where email was when cloud-based email came out, right? So you have, before, if you wanted Exchange, you had to have a company to put up servers and do this stuff, and then Office 365 comes along, and now the small business can also have that. Well, the tool that we use now is cloud-based. So if you're 10 attorneys or 5 attorneys or 20 attorneys or 100 attorneys, you can have access to these tools now without having to spend $1 zillion installing all of this heavy stuff locally. It's really starting to shrink back to the field. And to your point, now a lot of people just do doc review and evidence by going in and like reading stuff, right, on a thing, like just physically brute force, we call it reading.
You said they would send some junior attorneys to be out there with the highlighters spending 100 hours over a weekend, and your software revolutionizes in what fashion?
Yeah, so now it's like, why don't you spend 10 hours, because the AI and the machine learning and the tool can break the data down for you.
Absolutely. Yep. So, jumping into a company like CodexTen, and understanding why your comfort level is there is a lot about credibility. Give us a little history on how you guys came into this and your background technically.
Yeah, sure. So we both have, 20 years apiece in the sort of technology consulting. The last 10 years I've been here in legal consulting, speaking specifically to law firms about how they have these problems and how to address them from a technology standpoint. But then really we've gotten in the last couple of years into that compliance and into taking these tools that up until this point were really in their infancy and just didn't work very well, but now have found some legs and are starting to take off. So you do have that AI, you do have that machine learning that is achievable and easy to interface with, and you don't have to have this crazy knowledge from decades of experience like Shawn and I have. You just hire us and we handle all of that, the esoteric part of it.
Well, the turnkey service and the white glove service I know you guys offer. Shawn, if people are looking to get in touch with you now, if you're a law firm out there listening and you don't know what you don't know, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, I would say just go to www.codexten.com, CODEXTEN.com. You can give us a call at 770-383-1700. Mm-hmm. Our emails are published, all that stuff.
Absolutely.
So
and give them a call, like you said. It's great talking to these guys. Use the old format of giving a telephone call.
Please.
But we always wrap up the Shrimp Tank Dives with a little bit of information for you. You've heard the term ignorance is bliss. And if you're a law firm out there, and I deal with a lot of law firms as a technologist, I think I might have made that word up, or I'm going to make a shirt for that.
Legit. Good
but
word.
I'll tell you right now, for you law firms out there, ignorance is bliss, but it's also very dangerous. And if you don't know how you're operating and how you're going to work, this is the kind of firm you want to talk to. You need to find out how your data is being secured, and if it's not, it needs to be secured going forward. And that's your post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond.